Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and in this video I'm going to try Angular with Electron Js again. So a couple of months back I posted a video on this, but it looks like a lot has been changed since then. So let's see what's new. So I'm just gonna create a simple Angular app, okay? So here I'm on desktop and I will just use ng new sample app, or let's say demo. So this is just a basic Angular application, guys. I'm just gonna go with default since we are not focusing on actually creating something. So it's gonna be a sample application. It should be done in a minute. Until then, I will go to Chrome and we'll see the Electron Js thing. Okay. So here's electron-js.org. The current version that we are having is 11.2.1. Okay, and I will go to documentation, docs, and quick start guide. So this is the same thing that I referred earlier. So this is how the Electron directory structure looks like. Okay, it's taking a while to create Angular application, but that's okay. So we have this demo folder over here. I'm just going to pause the video and I will resume once this application gets created on my machine. Okay, so finally it got created. Okay, so let's open the application and test it out real quick. So this is my demo application folder, and I'm just going to open this in VS Code. Alright, and then I will just go to the terminal, and here I will say npm start. So it's gonna call ngserve, and then back in Chrome, if I go to localhost :4200, then our base Angular app will be up and running. So currently it's compiling, as you can see, and in a minute it will be, our app will be alive on this address, localhost 4200. As you can see, our app gets compiled successfully, and this is our application. Okay, now let's just migrate this to Electron Js. Okay, so how we have to do that is simple. This is the directory structure of Electron. Okay, so that here what we have is the package.json, main.js, and index.html in the root of the application. So if you if I just go back, so if I just go back to the Angular structure, so you can see that we already have a package.json for our Angular application, right? And let me just open another terminal. Okay, and if I just zoom in a little bit, you can see we have these scripts which are, this is the default package.json generated by the ng CLI or Angular CLI. Okay, and we also need a package.json in terms of, in case of Electron, because this works on module 2. Then we have this main.js file, which is the entry point of our Electron application, and then we have this index.html, which is the UI entry for our application. So since we have our Angular app ready, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build the application. So I'm just going to say, if I just go to package.json back, so you can see over here we have ng build. right? So that's what I'm going to do. So npm build, oh sorry, it's gonna be ng build, and now it will generate a dist directory in this, our root directory, and there will have all these files, HTML and JavaScript files in the folder named demo. So let's wait for that. So you can see we have this dist directory, and here inside this directory we have this demo, which is our app name, and then here we have all the files, right? So our index.html is ready over here, as you can see, and now we have to migrate our Angular, or rather integrate the Electron framework over here. Okay, so if I just go back again, then you can see package.json is required, and then main.js is required. Okay, let's go down, and you can see a sample main.js file which is provided by Electron. I'm just going to use this exactly same file, copy. Okay, it's just that I want to rename this file to something else, so I will just rename it like electron-main.js, so that I can, if there is another main.js file, I would not get confused whether it is electron main.js or Angular or separate custom one. So this is the electron main.js file that I have created over here. Okay, and then I will paste the code that I copied from the Electron site, as you can see over here. Okay, now here is the interesting thing. So on line number 12, you can see I have this main.load file function, which basically loads file from the relative path. So this file has to be in parallel to this directory, but since in my case I am loading it from this directory, so I will give the path of this. So my path will change to test slash demo slash index.html. okay, so this is how my path is going to be, and probably I don't need this as well. So this is how my path is going to be. Okay, we'll check this out if it works or not, but yeah, this should be my path. Okay, another thing I forgot to mention is about, but yeah, let's not go there, I will come to that. So we have to do some modifications in our build procedure. Okay, but let's not worry about it right now. So I have created this electron main.js. Now let's take a look at what we need in terms of, we already have our HTML, right? And what we need in terms of package.json is we need an app name, we need a version, author, description, and main script. Okay, so I'm just gonna add these three things that are not there in package.json generated by Angular. So you can see we already have an app name and version, but we don't have an author or something. So I'm just gonna paste those things over here. Okay, and after main.js I have to put comma, and now I do have this. So in case of author, I will give just my channel name, and I will just give demo Angular Electron App as a description, and then my main.js file name is, my main script is basically electron-main.js. electron-main.js. Perfect. So this is done. Apart from that, we don't have to do anything. So in the scripts tag or scripts object, I have the start command where I say electron dot. So I will also add, since we already have a start command for npm start, which ultimately fires ng serve, I'm just going to add another command, and I'm just going to call it electron start. Okay, you can name it anything you want. Okay, I'm calling it electron start, and here we have to pass electron dot. Okay, now this needs to be there in this node modules needs to be there with on your machine and installed globally. So I'm just going back to electronjs.org, and there we have this npm command. Okay, so I have this npm command over here, and let me just try, I do have focus assist, but it looks like Steam is anyway pushing the notifications, so I'm just gonna close them. Alright, so here is npm i-d electron lattice. So I'm just gonna open another terminal and install this electron over here. Okay, that's it. So it's gonna take some time, so I'm just gonna pause the video and I will resume it once it is done. So as you can see guys, Electron is successfully installed, and what I did is basically, if I go to package.json and show you the dependencies, so in the dev dependencies section we have this Electron entry over here. Okay, that's all we have. Now all we have to do is start the Electron app. It's not going to work right away because of that issue that I have to tell you, but let's see. Just let's try it out. So I will say npm run, and then our command name is electron start, and you can see over here that our files are unable to load, so error file not found. This is because while building the or let me just stop the Angular app, and let's take a look at Angular documentation. So I'm interested in ngbuild command, which is used to build the Angular application, and with ngbuild command we also have one parameter that is a base href. Okay, this is something, since I'm talking everything relative over here, so while building this thing I have to call ngbuild, and then I have to give basref as something like string. So in case of base href, I will just add /, which means current directory. Okay, and I will hit enter. So what this will do is that it will modify this the end index.html file, and it will add a base href to that. So you can read the more about this over here. So as you can see, the base URL for application being built. So in case you are having a server or something which is like domain Angular IO or something, so in case of that inside this build directory you will be having your index.html, then in the base href you will pass this entire path. Okay, so that Angular will know that all the resources are located on this path. Okay, that's all it is basically. In my case, all the resources are located in this demo directory, so I given /. So in index.html you can see there is a base href tag entry, and it is referring to all the files in the same directory. Okay, once we do that, then you can again go back to your app. Actually we don't have to run now the Angular app, since we have Electron integration. So all I can do is npm run electron, or what's my command name? My command was electron start, right? Electron start. When I do this, then you can see my Angular app is loaded, and if I go to this console, then Angular is running. But since it is I have not built the application in production mode, so this is how it is. So now my Angular is working. Okay, in the next video I'm just going to talk about some more in details how we can do other things like building this application and making an executable and so on. And also one of you guys requested me to work with the browser cache, storing the browser cache in terms of using Angular and Electron and all those topics, and using Electron APIs. So I will soon enough create another video on that, so stay tuned for that guys. Thank you for watching.